All right, so thanks for joining me in today's video. And what I want to share with you in this episode is get you some 5 dividend growth stocks for 2024 that you can take a look at. Now, when I look at growth, I'm looking at that stock appreciating sometime in the future. Now, that could be in the first half of 2024, could be in the middle, could be in the back half. We don't know when that stock will appreciate. It may not even appreciate. Also, these stocks are paying some form of dividend, a decent dividend. Unlike when we take a look at something like Apple, yeah, it does pay a dividend yield of 0.53, but it's not really anything amazing, shall we say. And it's not something more along the lines of these aren't high dividend paying stocks, like super high, like 9.45 with Altria Group or the cigarette company here, MO. My point is that these stocks that I'm going to be mentioning in this video, they have some form of decent dividend, but also they have some appreciation, because a lot of times when you see something like WBA, which pays 7.78 on the dividend, and then what you're also noticing is the stock price is going down and down and down, and so the dividend compensates for it. So in this video, we're going to take a look at some decent stocks that also pay a decent dividend. So let's take a look at the first one, and the first one I want to take a look at is going to be we're going to go and look at McDonald's here. So we're going to pull that up, and there we go. So McDonald's, when we look at this stock, it's been appreciating quite nicely. In fact, since October, it's been going up. Now we're pulling back a little bit, which could be a nice opportunity when we're checking out McDonald's. This thing is got a decent dividend as well. So looking at it here on the dividend payout, you've got 2.31%. I mean, maybe not anything amazing, but fairly decent relative to some other companies. And the stock does appreciate. It has been appreciating quite nicely. So overall, been a pretty strong and powerful company. Okay, the next one I want to take a look at is Morgan Stanley. So we'll pull this one up. A lot of the banks have been doing fairly well, and if you look at the recent price appreciation, it has done quite well, and it could continue to do well. So if you look at how much the dividend there is, it's 3.65. Also another fairly decent play, and looking good. Next one that we're looking at, the third one is IBM. One of the things I like about IBM, it's been around for quite a long time. If we pull up the dividend on IBM, you've got a 4.18% dividend yield, so that's on your money. And if you look at the stock chart, also has been moving quite nicely since about October. It's been coming up. Now we are stalling a little bit recently in this last month, and even pulling back here at the start of the 2024. So we're getting a little bit of a rotation and pullback, and people are selling some shares. They're probably going to get some new stuff, but it has been doing quite well. Okay, the fourth one here that I'm going to take a look at is Johnson & Johnson. You could do P&G as an alternative, but this one's fairly stable in the sense it's been pretty good and stable over the last couple of years. Not a big appreciation as like some of the other ones, but we've had some appreciation recently, and the dividend is fairly good. So it's 2.96 on the dividend yield. And then the last one that I want to mention here is Verizon. Verizon, with a lot of stuff happening, paying a fairly large dividend, 6.62. This one could get classified into the high paying dividend yield stock in the video, which I've also mentioned. But one of the things that I'm also mentioning, and the reason I'm putting it in this one, is actually the stock price has been appreciating now as well. So normally this one in my category would be in the other camp where it's been going down, 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 down. But the last couple months, the stock actually has been doing pretty well. So be cautious with this one, because on the long term, it has been going to the downside, but recently it's been pushing to the upside, and the dividend is, at that 6+% on the yield. Anyways, hope that helps. Truly appreciate you guys sticking with me and joining me. Don't forget to give a thumbs up. Write down a ticker symbol if you want me to go over it as well in the comments, and we'll check it out, do a review on the charts, and much more. So thanks for joining me. Truly appreciate it, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.